Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Well, it's slow progress, but you know what? Progress is progress. Rain is gradually diminishing across the area. That will be a trend that continues through the night, and we have a beautiful Friday on tap. But what about the weekend? We'll talk about that coming up.
Detroit Animal Control putting out the call tonight, asking for people to come and adopt. On a good day, this shelter is bursting at the seams, but what they have going on right now is critical.
All right, Mara, we're going to begin tonight with survivors of Dr. Robert Anderson demanding accountability at today's Board of Regents meeting at the University of Michigan. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. More than 900 victims are now part of the lawsuit against the university, alleging sexual abuse at the hands of the late doctor who was at the university from 1966 through 2003, a long time.
Several of the former patients who have come forward, most of them athletes, were in Ann Arbor today. And as Jason Colthorpe reports, it was to finally see members of the university face to face.
It was a mix of survivors that came here to Michigan on Thursday, mostly athletes, but some non-athletes as well, all with strong feelings for the man who started this in 1975 and had someone listened, could have ended it.
For me, I realized that that man tried to save all of us from what Anderson was doing.
Those who've survived the sexual assaults of Dr. Robert Anderson know it all could have been averted had Tad DeLuca's 1975 letter to athletic director Don Canham been heeded.
When the coaches weren't doing anything, when the administration wasn't doing anything, Tad spoke out for us.
DeLuca deflects that sort of praise, knowing how much pain other survivors suffer.
When he came up with the full effect of what sexual assault can do to someone became obvious.
The full effect DeLuca refers to is about what Chuck Christian is going through now. He stopped seeing doctors after Anderson, and that led to a prostate cancer diagnosis that might have been avoided.
They weren't able to get rid of the prostate cancer, so now I still have cancer in my body, and I'm still struggling with that. And I'm enjoying every day I get because I don't know how much time I got, and it's all because of this monster.
As a few of his fellow survivors struggled to tell their stories of rape and abuse to the Board of Regents.
Like many unresolved issues in your past, it eats at you, it hijacks the good memories you have of Michigan.
Christian openly wept and consoled another.
I wonder how many other Michigan men go through this.
The Board of Regents declined any and all interviews with the media after that meeting today. But Board Chair Jordan Acker did address survivors directly after they spoke publicly in the public comment portion, saying the university is working to make sure this never happens again. And in his words, he said, "We hear you, we value you." Kimberly?
Speaking of which, Jason, did the Regents comment at all on the university's new sexual misconduct policy?
They did. They went and also kind of indirectly hinting that this will prevent something like this from ever happening again. Both the president and the board chair spoke about it, saying this is this program actually requires reporting all assault, discrimination, harassment of any kind, and also encourages everyone to support people who come forward with allegations. And it's much more far-reaching, but that's kind of the guts of it. Back to you.
Just an amazing story. Okay, Jason, thanks.
Tonight, Detroit Animal Control desperately needs help. The facility is way over capacity with both dogs and cats, but it's the dog situation that is now critical. Mara McDonald live at the shelter tonight. And Mara, they are in that awful situation where euthanizations are likely if something drastic doesn't happen here quickly.
Devin, euthanizations are on the table here, and I think the director of animal control is really putting out this push. You said they're way over capacity. They are. We're talking double of what they can hold here. If you've been thinking about adopting a dog, they ask that you please come down tomorrow. Every single cage in the entire facility has a dog in it.
The last several days has really put us up against the wall. We have no room left. There are no rooms left at the inn, and we need people to come adopt. We need our rescue partners to step up and transfer pets. I have 150, 160, depending on what the last census was, and I have legitimate space for housing 84.
Detroit Animal Control had 30 dogs brought in only a 24-hour period. Add the rain into the mix and people just haven't been coming in to adopt as much as usual. They are desperate here to clear some space. The facility has been recently criticized by others in rescue for having sick animals.
We don't have horrible, terrible things. And again, the social media outcry has really kind of turned us almost into a leper colony.
The director says that's simply not fair. DACC is waiving all adoption fees, and the dogs have been spayed, neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and if you live in the city of Detroit, they'll toss in a dog license. They have too many cats as well, but dog numbers, well, they're the top concern.
We've got lots of wonderful, healthy animals that are ready to go home, either to their own home or to a new home, and that's what we're asking for people to step up and help us with.
Back here live, there is no question that this facility is old, decrepit, and absolutely not up to the job, and it can't house all the dogs and cats in here. That said, a new solution, a new facility couldn't possibly be completed until 2023. Their problem is capacity here now. They really need the help. And Devin, to put this into some sort of context for you, I've been a reporter here for 18 years. I cannot remember one time where Animal Control called us and said, please help us. Back to you.
I can't either, Mara. So when can people show up to adopt?
Okay, tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and they're hoping to clear as many out tomorrow. They're hoping some of their rescue partners will take some dogs as well. And Devin, if you're not in a position to adopt, if it's just not in the cards right now, they desperately need blankets and towels. They don't have to be new, they just have to be clean. Back to you.
Good way to help, and a lot of people we know are going to want to. All right, Mara.
All right, well, just like that, fall has arrived.
What's the deal?
I know, temperatures in the 40s tonight.
Paul, are you in charge of the switch on this? What happened?
Oh, well, no, hold on now. I don't take credit for anything. I mean, I don't take credit for the snow in the winter. I don't take credit for the nice days in the summer.
Just in communication.
Laissez-faire. Laissez-faire. Hey, let's look at our biggest losers. The biggest losers, those who got the most rain. I've scanned all of the rainfall reports, and my rain gauge in Farmington Hills still gets the blue ribbon, just under 6.5 inches of rain since Tuesday. Westland, 6.2. Bloomfield Hills, 5.5 inches. About the same in Lambertville, 5.32 in Detroit, and 5.1 inches in Grosse Pointe Farms. And look at this, a lot less rain here on Storm Tracker 4 than we saw earlier today, and it's gradually going to be shifting to the northeast and diminishing through the night. So we're trending in the right direction. Temperatures have not budged since earlier. We're still right around 50 degrees, in the low 50s in some areas if you're taking the dog out for that last-minute business before you go to bed tonight. All right, so temperatures only dropping a couple degrees by morning. Clouds moving out for the morning bus stop, but it'll be dry, and then 70 degrees with sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Be back with that weekend forecast in just 2 minutes, guys.
All right, Paul. Tonight, DTE says there are still about 65,000 customers without power. This is a look at the current outage map. As you see, they just sort of pop up all over the place. DTE expects to have power restored to most of the impacted customers by the end of the day tomorrow.
Tonight, a CDC panel has recommended booster doses for some Americans. The panel voted for people aged 65 and older and residents of long-term care facilities to get a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine. It also supported the option of the Pfizer booster for people ages 18 to 64 with chronic health problems. And it voted against boosters for those who work in health care. The CDC director still needs to officially sign off on this recommendation.
Majority of people under evacuation orders in Flat Rock can return home now. Wayne County says the Ford gas leak is no longer a risk to homes and businesses in Zone 1. Public health officials thought there could be health risks from the fumes, but testing shows the sewer system is clear of gas vapors. Officials use those test results to clear large areas instead of having to go home by home. Some residents had already returned when the all clear was given.
Things to do, and just having the dogs in a hotel just does not work. Trying to work from a hotel versus home when the dogs are used to running around and going to the bathroom when they want.
And you don't smell any danger at your home.
And I have not smelled anything at the house.
There are still around 15 homes under evacuation orders. So any residents who want their homes tested, though, need to know that they can request a test be done. Charges are filed against a Taylor High School student in connection to threats made against a school security guard.
Police arrested the 15-year-old boy yesterday after finding him with a gun. They say the boy threatened to shoot the security guard who told him to return to class. We're told the boy will be charged as a juvenile. Police were at the school today just as a precaution. All right, still ahead, an angry customer pulls out a gun in the line at Chipotle.
What set her off that led her to threaten workers? Just ahead.
An arrest warrant issued for the fiancé of Gabby Petito. What's inside a new federal indictment just released?
But first, a mass shooting inside a Kroger in Tennessee.
I've been involved in this for 34 years and I've never seen anything like it.
Tonight, we're hearing from some of the workers inside who help get customers to safety, and we'll have that next.